Every week, a patient sits across from me and asks about the latest thing the internet has promised will save their heart: a supplement, a new way of eating, an injection, some powder a fellow with every white teeth was selling at 4 in the morning. Here's my honest opinion as a cardiologist, with no powder to sell you on the four things I get asked about most. Most of it is noise. Some can be a little useful, and the one thing that actually works is the boring one that there's no money in, which is probably why you have stopped hearing about it. I have spent over 20 years looking after hearts and talking people out of things that won't help them toward the things that will. So let's go through them: fasting, protein, supplements, and the trendy injections everyone is asking about. I'll tell you where each one really stands, then the unglamorous thing that beats the lot. So stay with me to the end for that. Let's start with fasting because it's everywhere right now. Fasting genuinely helps some people. If you leave a long gap without eating, usually somewhere between 14 and 16 hours, it can do good things for your blood sugar. And there's real evidence behind it for certain people, especially around preventing diabetes. I do a version of it myself. The first time I had a black coffee in that fasted state and felt my head go clear, I was genuinely surprised. So fasting is not nonsense, but here's where I put on the brakes. Fasting is not where you start. If you're a busy, stressed person already running on empty, skipping meals and white knuckling your way to 2 in the afternoon is often the last thing that your body needs. You'll be wrecked, you'll snap at someone you love, and you'll give the whole thing up by Thursday. Fasting is a tool for someone whose foundations are already strong. And for most people watching this, it isn't the first move. It might not even be the 10th. Next, protein. Protein bars, protein shakes, protein cookies, protein water. Thousands of companies on earth have discovered protein and are peddling some type of protein product. Now, protein matters, especially as you get older. No argument from me there. But here's the bit they don't print on the front of the packet. A lot of those products are sweets wearing a gym suit. Half of it is just sugar. They're flavored to taste nice because that's how you sell them, but that sugar isn't doing your heart any favors at all. So you think you're being healthy and you're handing yourself the very thing you're trying to avoid. If you just eat real food, the kind I'll come to in a minute, you'll get most of the protein you actually need without buying a single tub of powder. Your dinner was never meant to come in a bottle, which brings me with a heavy heart to supplements. I'll be blunt with you because somebody has to be. Most supplements do nothing for your heart. There's a whole industry built on selling you a little bottle for every worry you have ever had, and the vast majority of them have never had proper research showing that they do anything for heart disease at all. They're still sold to you as if they have. It's misleading and it makes me genuinely cross. There are a small number worth taking. Vitamin D, for a lot of people in a country like ours where the sun is more of a rumor than a fact, is a sensible one. But the shelf of 20 bottles by your kitchen sink, most of that is expensive pee and false comfort. I'd put the money towards your actual food. And then there's these injections, the GLP-1 medications, the ones you'll know by their brand names like Ozempic and Mounjaro. Everyone wants to know what I make of them. For some people, they can help with weight, with blood sugar in a way that for certain patients really does matter. And I'm not going to stand here and pretend otherwise. But a tool is all it actually is. The injection won't do the work for you. What I see time and time again is that people start the medication, let everything else slide: the eating, the moving, the sleeping. They treat the injection as permission to stop thinking about their health, and that is a real mistake. The medication can give you a head start, but it cannot hand you a new life. The people who do well on it are the ones who use that head start to build the habits underneath it. The ones who don't are right back where they began the moment they stop. The injections are of help for people with heart disease and to reverse diabetes in people who are overweight. But on their own, it is not enough. Patients need regular exercise and the right diet to make the medications truly effective and to give those effects long lasting over time. So after all of that, what actually works? What's the thing I'd put everyone on above the supplements, the powder, and the injections? It's the most boring answer in the world. It's the way you eat day after day when nobody's watching. For me, it's the Mediterranean way of eating real food, mostly from the ground, plenty of vegetables, fruit, good fats like extra virgin olive oil, fish, and far less of the processed stuff that comes in a packet with a long list of words that you cannot pronounce. I know it's not exciting. There's no app, there's no monthly subscription, but it cuts your risk of heart disease by almost half. There isn't a supplement on the planet that comes close to that, and it's better than most of the medications I can prescribe. If you don't eat fish or meat, there's a whole food plant-based version that does the very same job. And you don't do it by overhauling your whole kitchen. You do it slowly, one small change at a time. That's the whole secret. That is the miracle. It just doesn't look like the one because it seems boring and almost too easy. So here's where I will leave you. Stop waiting for a miracle in a bottle or a syringe. The boring thing is the one that works. The food on your plate is the most powerful heart medicine you'll ever have. And it's already sitting in your own kitchen. Now, you might be watching this thinking, I know all that, Robert. I've known it for years and I still don't do it. If that is you, and honestly, it's most of us, then I made a video that's just for you. It's about why knowing what's good for you so rarely turns into doing it, and the small way to finally change that. So go and watch that one next. It's on the screen now.